Yes. So, unfortunately, there's been another. What do they call it? Police-involved killing.
Murder.
There you go.
Yeah.
Murder of another unarmed black man. Rest in peace to George Floyd.
Yes.
Condolences to his family.
Yep.
I don't know what to say, but I know how I feel, and it's never good, obviously. I didn't want to see any of the footage,
No.
but it was all over my feed. And I think we talked about this before. It's almost like slave movies and movies about social justice and all that. I know this already. I know this is fucked up. I know this shouldn't be happening. So I don't want to see it because of what it does to me. That triggers a bunch of shit, right? Then I feel like I'm in fear. I feel like I need to now exercise my Second Amendment right. I feel like all these different emotions, and it impacts my day. If not me, someone else is now scared, even more scared when they get pulled over, or more scared if they see police, or like it subconsciously impacts the minds of black and brown people, or even people who aren't of color who care for black and brown people and love them, or just loves people, period. Because body camera don't matter. Cell phone in front of your face don't matter. Camera in a helicopter don't matter. So I start to feel defeated. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do? I don't know, you guys' thoughts?
For me, it's I think we had spoke about this, but for me, it's kind of like a part of you gets numb to it because it's happening so often.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And that's sad. That's truly sad that you have to say to yourself, well, another one. Like, what is this, number 49 of the month or something like that? And then another part of me gets like super like afraid because it literally could be anybody that we know. It can hit close to home so quickly. And it's like, how do we fight this? That there's no real way to say, oh, okay, well, they fired those 4 cops. Great. But that doesn't change this mindset that is like deeply rooted somewhere.
Darren, what would you have to do to get fired from your job?
Bruh. Not all that.
I'd kill somebody.
Right. And
Get
then
caught stealing
or
taking a day off without calling.
A few staplers.
Yeah.
come in late like
Yeah.
5 times or something like that, unexcused. Hey, we try to work with you. We got to let you go.
We gotta let you go. I'm sorry.
So we're supposed to be okay with them losing their job?
Yeah.
I hate the fact that they even announced that like it's a win.
Right.
They've been fired. Okay.
We
They're
have to
done,
do it.
nigga. Ooh, but what about the cuffs? Put them in cuffs.
Charge them.
So, I don't know, Jen, you got anything,
Oh boy.
your feelings? I know you don't like to dive in like that, but come on. The people want to know. From a woman's perspective also, because the same plight is up against y'all, but then I see the posts from women, black men, we love you, you know what I'm saying? Like that feeling. So only as much as you're comfortable, but please indulge us.
How could you not after that?
Right? Like, damn, that was
Yeah,
beautiful.
right.
Wow.
Let me say.
does.
Never mind. Say I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Don't
But
say
in my old days, you can use certain something.
To be persuasive. Persuade them. I'm sorry. All right, go back to the topic.
Back serious face. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like seeing those videos when they come. I usually don't watch them. But like you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Like you don't look up at some point and it pops up and you're just like, how? You know what I mean? So I don't really repost a lot of that stuff. And I actually try to not repost much about anything of that sort because I don't know. It's just there's so much of it on social media. I feel like it's just like, okay, but you just saw 10 people post that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I saw one of the early posts I saw was how it sucks that being a black person, you can have a great day, and then something like this happens, and now either you have to go to having a bad day, or you have to make yourself numb to it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's not cool. And that's like how I felt. I was having a great day. I was having a great week. You know, birthday, blah, blah. And then you go on Facebook finally, like, oh, let me check in what's going on. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How bad is it this time? How did they do it this time?
And it's like, the fuck? You know, so, but I did have to repost a couple of things. And one was a video of the girl who actually filmed it.
Saw that.
And she was only 17.
And
it's like such a young person to have to even witness something like that. You know what I mean? And she was like, I didn't even know it was going to go viral. Like, she just was taking a video on some, I don't know what else to do. Because I seen a lot of people say, well, why did everybody just watch? This girl is not going to say, let me go jump on a cop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I know she's going to be distraught for life as well as a whole lot of other people. And it's just, it's sad. And I just hope and pray that we can get some kind of progress, some kind of step forward from that. We got to learn something as a country, as a planet, something.
Yeah. Right. You mentioned the young lady who recorded, and we're thankful that things are captured. I mean, it sucks that it needs to be that for the outrage, but things are captured. We're able to see it, and then they make whatever bullshit swift action right after that, firing people or whatever, or administrative paid leave or whatever. But then I ask myself, what do we do now, right? So Darren, you're walking down the street, you're downtown Providence, you go to get bagel from your favorite bagel shop, and you see cops and, in a situation with a homeless man of color, and you see they're being rough with him. You say he's down, say he's saying the same stuff that George Floyd was saying. After this happens, is it, because now I'm feeling like, because cops are protected, right? They have their own internal affairs. They do their own shit internally. And by the time all that stuff needs to happen, a life is already taken. Do I risk my life, my, clean record since my last offense many years ago, the potential whatever involving my fiance, my son, if something were to happen, to intercede to save a life, potentially? Is that what we have to do now? Do we have to say, please, can 5 people, 6 people come help me get this cop off of this guy? Yes, we might get locked up. Yes, they may hit us, but at least he'll be alive. Do we have to do that shit now? Does the community need to form a arm chain link around somebody who's being fucking attacked by a cop and risk all of us going to jail or worse to save a life? Because they're not doing it. So that's where my mind is at now, because, okay, vote. Vote for what? Honestly, because a politician can't intercede and say, lock that person up. They can't do that. They still have to follow a process. Yeah. So what do we have to do now to just save a life in the moment? I don't know. Maybe some bill can be written that protects citizens who's protecting another citizen. I don't know. But it's a fucked up situation, man. And I feel helpless because in Minnesota, they're rioting and all that shit because people are angry. We've seen this before. But, the life is already gone, man. So what can we do to protect the life in that moment? Do you throw a rock at the cop and run? You know what I'm saying? What do you do to save a life? And that's what I've been kicking around the past few days. If I was there, if I saw this, after this happened, after all these other things happened, would I intercede to try to save a life? Would I go and tackle the cop? Would I try to do something to save a life?
Because standing around taking videos, we see how far that's getting us.
But then the other part is that cop's not alone.
Exactly.
So if you try to jump in, the other person who's not telling him to get off, they pulled up together in the same car. Yeah. His job is to basically keep watch. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because they have to protect each other.
Right. Yeah. So now, like you said, you've gotten yourself hurt. This person is still in a hold.
Right. We would need double whatever the cop presence is.
Yeah,
you need double or
like
triple
a good
that.
12 people.
So that you can protect the person and then maybe run away still so you don't get arrested or some shit. Like, it's just tough, man. Because, like, enough is enough. Like, I get the rioting and all that shit, but, like, I don't know. Do we need to have action in the moment to protect each other?
What action can we take?
Right. And who's, like, is community policing a thing? Like, not just some neighborhood watch shit, but, like, really protecting from anybody, from cops, from gang members, like, hey, cut that shit.
Like internal affairs shouldn't be internal, it should be external.
Come on now.
So there should be a number where I call 911 if some shit's happening to me, but if some shit's happening to me because of 911, I call external affairs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's got to be some other, what do they call it? Checks and balances, like in the government. Police don't have a check and balance.
Right.
They just have each other.
Yeah.
So maybe that 911 gets routed to 911 and that another system.
However they do it, but there needs to be an extra third party who's outside of the police that you can go to. Not a lawyer, not ACLU, like somebody who can actually take action, arrest police on the spot, the same way they can come to your house and arrest an intruder on the spot.
So a citizen's arrest is a thing. Can you do that to a cop?
I don't know.
Right?
Google.
But I feel like citizen's arrest is one of those things that happens in places with volunteer firefighters.
Gotcha. It's very specific. But
I have beef with volunteer firefighters.
yeah, if like
Do I
because
wanna know? Okay.
because the yeah, I don't know, because in your, if you're licensed to carry, if you're trained in you know, certain shit to where you can protect yourself and whoever's being impacted legally, whether it be a cop or not, like that group of people or a person or whatever should be arriving at the scene the same time as cops to make sure shit doesn't go left. You know, but it's just sad, man. Just to
I just thought of a great premise for a movie.
Ooh. Well, jot it down, goddammit. Let's make this happen. Call Tyler and them.
I don't want Tyler to do it.
Nah?
No, I don't.
They got bad wigs.
It's kind of corny to me. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we know that you guys come to us for lighter content, and we come here to each other to bring ourselves some brightness in the week. So we're going to stop here. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, it's cool. So anyone out there, like, it's tough, and just continue to be safe, man. Take care of each other. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day, man. Like, just continue to love each other, take care of each other. Don't, and it's tough to say, man, but try not to live in fear. That's what I've been trying, not to be afraid, because then when you act afraid, then sometimes you act irrationally out of fear. So just try to keep a level head, man, and let's think with some strategy, and do things that will have a lasting impact, not just some in the moment I'm angry shit, but let's like really think about some things that can be cemented that protects people. And man, God bless y'all, man. For real.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, you know we here.